First responders in Washington County, Vermont are getting new tools to help people on the autism spectrum during emergencies.
Yeah, they're packed inside what's being called these sensory bags. A weighted blanket, earplugs, and fidget toys are packed in these new sensory bags. The county's mental health services are putting these kits together.
Things people can use in an emergency that may help them to relieve anxiety or stay more calm.
Healthcare is changing across the board. Hopefully that, it's going to catch on and it'll go statewide.
Crews are now getting trained on how to use the tools in those sensory bags. Well, he thwarted a bank robbery, put out a fire, even rescued someone from a collapsing building.
Yeah, and get this, he's just 10 years old. This is Gage Pike. He was diagnosed with cancer after he was born. Gage told the Make-A-Wish Foundation he wanted to be a robot superhero, so Robo-Gage was born. The foundation teamed up with the Orange County Sheriff's Office in Florida to have Robo-Gage save the day yesterday.
He's one of the most generous and kind souls that I've ever met in my whole life. He is my hero. For everything that he's gone through and overcome and everything like that, I could not be more proud to call him my son.
Hundreds of people work to coordinate the exciting event for the 10-year-old. A hero for the ages, right?
Yes, without a doubt.
That's it for Channel 2 News at 4.
The news at 5 begins in 60 seconds. Don't go away.
Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at 5.
For the second night in a row, the fourth largest city in America is under a boil water notice.
That's all because of yesterday's massive water main break. But today, the mayor says he is hopeful that test results will prove the water is safe and that the order can be lifted. Here is a live look now from East Houston. Sky 2 over the scene where crews will work through the weekend to repair that ruptured water main.
The boil water notice will remain in effect until at least 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. It is for the majority of the city.
Even though the mayor says there is no evidence that the water is unsafe. We have live team coverage for you tonight, beginning with Channel 2's Sally Mamdouh. Sally.
And Andy, that boil water notice is still in effect, so the city's urging residents not to drink the water, not to cook with the water until it's boiled. Now, this, though, right behind me here, this major hole that you're looking at is where that pipe ruptured yesterday. This is the focus of the city right now, hoping to get things back to normal by next week. Repairs underway as crews begin to replace the broken 8-foot pipe.
We'll continue through the weekend. Because this was a major line. I refer to it as a major artery for the city.
The mayor saying today as the city also continues to test the water for bacteria while under a boil water notice. Right now, Turner says 43 samples of water from different locations have been handed over to the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality for approval first before the boil water notice is lifted.
We anticipate that the results will be positive, but those test sample results will not be available until sometime around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
The mayor says there are only 2 areas that aren't impacted by the boil water notice, Clear Lake and Kingwood. The rest of Houston will have to continue boiling their water.
We have boiled water that we boiled right there off of that pan.
Alfredo Cruz, who lives right across from where the pipe broke, says it's been a hassle having to constantly boil water.
We're boiling water, and we're using that to shower with.
Now, the city says things will be back to normal as far as all the repairs will be finished, expected by next week, by Tuesday. We're live in East Houston. Sally Mamdouh, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Sally, thank you. Again, the boil water notice will remain in effect for much of the Houston area until at least 7 a.m. tomorrow.
That means for hundreds of thousands of people, it's another night of either going out to buy bottled water or boiling water from their tap.
And as we head into the weekend, there are important safety precautions that families need to know. Channel 2's Bill Spencer continuing our team coverage. He is live in the West University area. Bill.
Yes, Andy and Lauren, if you're going to be drinking water or serving it to your family, yes, you have 2 choices. You're going to be buying bottled water and serving this, or you're going to be boiling water. Remember, contaminated water can cause a variety of health issues, from cramps to diarrhea to nausea. To avoid all that, just be smart.
And I bought a brand new water filter for the refrigerator, as well as a water tank in the refrigerator.
Jackie Aitken isn't taking any chances with the water she drinks or uses in her home. Following yesterday's massive water line break, this young woman from Scotland has learned from previous water crises that the bacteria from bad water can make you very sick.
I'm definitely going to be sticking to drinking the bottled water for now.
In fact, Jackie has pulled every water carrier she has and is taking bottled water with her wherever she goes. She also has set up a large water tank with a filter to store her drinking water in at home. As for washing her body, she's being careful with that as well.
So I know that I am able to take a shower, and I did early this morning, and I just made sure that it was a very fast shower and I wasn't swallowing any of the water.
The city of Houston has laid out the precautions you should be taking regarding boiling and bottled water. Use boiled or bottled water for your drinking water, for making ice, for brushing your teeth, for all cooking, for washing vegetables and fruits, and for making baby formula. Fail to do that, Jackie says, and you're taking a huge risk.
Well, they're risking making themselves sick unnecessarily.
So once again, you can take showers at home. What you have to be careful about is getting any of that water in your mouth. If you're going to be washing the kids, same kind of thing. You got to be careful that they don't swallow any of that water. Washing clothes is perfectly fine. Reporting live, Bill Spencer, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Bill, thank you. The Texas Medical Center is the largest medical complex in the world. Hospitals there are operational tonight, aside from some minor impacts. St. Luke's canceled all outpatient elective procedures, and Texas Children's Hospital said a limited number of clinical areas were closed, but the impacts are not widespread.
And we have even more helpful information for you and your family. At click2houston.com, we have maps showing which neighborhoods are under that boil water advisory. We're posting updates on the repair timeline as well, and we're answering your questions about the boil water notice.
We've seen a lot of people out and about today buying bottled water, and if there's a silver lining during this citywide incident, it's that the weather is cooperating.
Beautiful out there. Sunshine, blue skies, a little warmer to kickstart our weekend. Frank is here now.
It's home on the range.
As we get ready for the rodeo,
That's right. You got to get it. You know, I could dress like this every day and be happy.
Well, you look good,
Well,
Frank.
thank you very much. I appreciate that. Highs today, hard to beat. Temperatures right at 74, 73, and 72. The humidity has been in the 20% range for much of the afternoon. It's going to be a nice dry evening, that's for sure. Triangle Energy camera right now, 72, 71 in Tomball, 72 in Pearland. Not much different if you look to Sugar Land and Conroe, 71, Galveston at 65. So right there in the low 70s. It will cool pretty quickly, especially as the sun goes down. For all you folks gathering Memorial Park tonight, you couldn't ask for a nicer one. 68 at 6, 62 at 7, and 59 at 8. So have a good time. You deserve it. You've been on a long ride. In the meantime, tomorrow's parade, 50 at 8 a.m., 62 at 10 under nice skies, and 70 at noon. So all is good in Cowboy Land. In the meantime, Sunday skies cloud up a bit. We'll go over that. 80 degrees is on the way. So it's going to get warmer and warmer. And when you'll need the umbrellas again, that's all straight ahead. Lauren?
Great, thank you. When Channel 2 investigator Mario Diaz exposed a secret stash of African art kept inside of a Harris County maintenance shed, it quickly became the talk of the town. And the man at the center of it, Commissioner Rodney Ellis, isn't talking.
Mario hasn't stopped digging. The district attorney's office is probing possible criminal activity surrounding how the art got there.
And now Mario has obtained exclusive surveillance video showing just who Commissioner Ellis is bringing into that taxpayer-funded shed to look at all of this art.
A lot to unpack here. Mario joining us now with an update.
Andy, Lauren, important to note here that just not anyone can have access to this shed. It requires a key card, and as we have uncovered, Commissioner Ellis has used his multiple times for private viewings of art that has no proof of ownership. Exclusive video of Harris County Commissioner Rodney Ellis surrounded by all that African art inside the maintenance shed. Channel 2 investigates exposed. The videos from the last 6 months show Commissioner Ellis giving private tours to a family, individuals, even a camera crew. Remember, this is a taxpayer-funded facility, but the public is not allowed inside. Ellis is seen talking to guests about specific pieces, a private collection that his office claims belongs to a for-profit corporation.
The commissioner seems to have a lot of knowledge about the contents of that shed.
Wes Rucker is a former Harris County prosecutor. His take on the videos?
It looks bad. He's putting the little girl on the structure. I mean, this is priceless art.
Where was Commissioner Ellis during some of this? Outside, taking a seat, letting the family have full reign. In the final video, the commissioner pulls up with a woman inside of his Cadillac SUV. The two are alone. Ellis unlocks the gates inside and gives a private tour. His guest spent several minutes browsing, even turning the art into furniture as she takes a seat. The two leave together, with Commissioner Ellis personally accessing the electronic gate.
At a minimum, this would have a prosecutor rocking and rolling, ready to start asking some questions.
Which is what Channel 2 Investigates first reported less than 24 hours ago. The district attorney's office is now investigating, having met with the county attorney's office on at least 2 occasions.
If there were a simple explanation, you would have had it by now.
We did reach out to Commissioner Ellis's team this morning, hoping to once again hear his side of the story to all of this. Commissioner Ellis's team has not responded to our request. Now, Andy and Lauren, we will have much more of this video posted in just over an hour on click2houston.com. This investigation far from over here.
So paid for by the taxpayers, but so far only private tours have been given.
The storage of it, that entire maintenance shed, is taxpayer funded. What we have been told about this private collection is that it is just that. It is a private collection linked to a for-profit corporation.
Wow.
Great work,
All right,
Mario.
keep us updated.
All right, yeah.
Thank you, Mario.
This investigation started with a tip that came into the Investigates team. So if you have a story for Channel 2 Investigates, call the tip line. That number is 713-223-TIPS, or send an email to investigates@kprc.com.
Coming up, they're pint-sized, but they pack a punch when it comes to saving you time while avoiding the grocery store. A closer look at the new robotic vehicles to hit the streets of Houston.
The road to the White House cuts right through Houston. More Democratic presidential hopefuls are making stops here ahead of Super Tuesday.
But first, here's a look at what's coming up on NBC Nightly News.
Lauren and Andy, tonight at the end of Wall Street's worst week since the Great Recession, we take a closer look at how the coronavirus could impact the economy. Also, after almost 19 years of war, is peace at hand in Afghanistan? All coming up on Nightly News after Channel 2 News at 5.
It is the worst week on Wall Street since the financial crisis of 2008. The Dow dropping 357 points today, finishing the week with more than 3,500-point drop. The sell-offs follow months of uncertainty about the continued spread of the coronavirus and the global economic impact.
Super Tuesday is just 4 days away, and some candidates want to secure your vote. Senator Elizabeth Warren holding a rally at Discovery Green tomorrow. We told you yesterday that former Vice President Joe Biden will hold a community event here on Monday. Now we are learning that Tom Steyer will also be here on Monday. Channel 2 anchor Tanaya Wright talked with another candidate, Pete Buttigieg, today. She asked what sets him apart from the frontrunner Bernie Sanders. Here's what he said.
What I'm putting forward are ideas that are strong in our progressive values and that have support across the American public. Raising wages, holding corporations accountable, doing something about climate, acting on gun violence.
The March primary just 4 days away. 14 states and American Samoa will cast their ballots. We, of course, will have full coverage all day Tuesday, both here on the air and online.
One topic on the campaign trail has been the future of technology and robots taking the job of humans. But the newest robots to hit the streets of Houston aren't looking to replace you. They're offering to save you some time in exchange for a small fee. Channel 2's Roseanne Aragon reports.
Can you imagine a world where you don't have to leave your home to do your groceries? Well, one robotics company thought that might be a great idea to save people time, and soon you could try it yourself here in Houston.
It's groceries like it's never been done before. Soon you might see these riding around your neighborhoods. It's a vehicle made by Neuro, a robotics company.
They are unmanned vehicles. They have no passengers, no drivers, and they will be on the road doing deliveries.
Roboticists believed in the power of automation.
They decided that moving goods and really taking over people's errands was a really good place to start.
Can you imagine never having to leave your home? Kroger, the largest grocery retailer, and Neuro have operated the first of its kind self-driving grocery delivery service in Scottsdale, Arizona, servicing a single zip code with an autonomous fleet. And now Houston is is expected to have the next pilot phase. The concept is pretty simple.
If you were to go on the Kroger website or open up the app today, then you could place an order, choose the time you want the order delivered, and if you are in our zone, then one of our vehicles would be loaded up with your order. It would drive over to you.
Just put in a code, take your groceries, and the friendly car will be on its way. But don't worry, they aren't trying to make your morning commute worse.
We don't go on freeways. We don't even go on high-speed roads. So we really do try and stay out of the way, but they'll see them in neighborhoods pretty often.
Nuro is launching Houston's pilot phase at these 2 Kroger stores and locations. And then the cherry on top, it's cheaper.
Traditional Kroger deliveries $11.95. With us, it's going to be $5.95.
$5.95 for a robot to do your work. Well, you just have to make sure you're in the right zip code and use the Kroger website or Kroger app. We'll have all of that information on our website, click2houston.com. The program is expected to begin this spring. Roseanne Aragon, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
All right, Frank joins us now. Boy, we've seen some great pictures from our viewers celebrating Go Texan Day.
Great outfits there, Frank.
Yeah, and your kids dressed up.
Yes.
You're going to send me a picture. I'm going to show it at 6.
Not all of them were thrilled about it, but they dressed up.
Kids can be so
right?
fussy. But you know what? On the other hand, a lot of schools were canceled because of the water main, and the kids that were so looking forward to it didn't get to do it. Yeah. Like Olivia. So she sent me a picture and said, you know what? I dressed up anyway.
Oh, I like the pink hat.
It's a true Texan spirit.
All pink,
and look at this. I love this. 1963.
Oh my
A few years ago.
That was Go Texan Day back in the day, wasn't it? Hadn't really changed
It's a
a lot.
throwback, Flashback Friday.
We look pretty much the same, actually. Okay, give me that picture. I'm going to show it at 6. 74, 73, 72 for highs today. Whoa, what a lovely day. Really, talk about Go Texan. Right now, blue skies, 71, a little west wind, 24%. Humidity's hard to find. It's going to continue to be. Galveston keeps going out on me there. 65, southwest winds at 11, though, on the island. 71 in Tomball, 72 at Bush, 71 in Sugar Land, low 70s everywhere you look. Look at this humidity, 19%, 14% in Columbus. Last hour was 12% in Columbus. So it's nice and dry, but the dry air is going to be easy to cool down. So these 70s are going to drop pretty quickly toward the 50s as we head into this evening, especially as those winds are going to calm down. So by 7 p.m., we're at 61, 62, 63. So a 10-degree drop really in just the next hour and a half. And then as we head toward 9 o'clock, we'll be right there in the low 50s, and I think we'll end up in the mid 40s once it's all said and done. Winds are going to start turning out of the south. So tomorrow, we make it easily to 75, 76 degrees. It's going to be a really nice Saturday. So the rodeo parade starts at 10 a.m. Look for 62 and sunshine at 10. Before that, 50. So it may be a little bit of a cool start. Not bad. Take a light jacket if you feel up to 70 degrees by noon. You won't need to have that jacket very long. This high is what's in control. So a lot of sunshine across the state. It's going to be a nice spring weekend. This high is continuing to move off to our east. Nice southerly flow, a little more humidity for Sunday. And then as we head into Monday, maybe a 20% chance for a shower ahead of this next front. It moves in on Tuesday. That's the big time I think we're going to see the rains. But most of any severe weather is going to be well to our north, it looks like. So that continues to move on through pretty quickly. So Wednesday, we are back to sunshine by the afternoon. Not a lot of rain for us with this. You see a bullseye of 4 and 6 inches up here, really between Memphis and Nashville. For us, though, we're more about the half an inch, maybe even not even that. So I would say a half inch or less as this comes through. We've only had 1.5 inches of rain all of February, which is about 50% of normal. This is the drought monitor, and we still see that problem for abnormally and moderate drought. And the reds indicate even extreme drought, which goes right through San Antonio and toward the valley. So a little rain would be handy. In the meantime, Power Planner is quiet for tonight. There are those 50s, mid 50s by 10 p.m. Mid 40s to wake up to, just a little more humid as we head into Saturday and Sunday. High tomorrow, mid 70s, upper 70s to 80 degrees by Monday. 78 on Tuesday, just because it'll get there before that front comes in, and then cools us back down a little bit Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As we spring forward on Saturday, looks like a quiet one. Could rain again next Sunday and Monday, but we lose that hour of sleep. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So enjoy this weekend. And the next weekend, we'll be talking about another hour of sunshine.
Sounds glorious.
Yeah, on a day like today, we'll take it.
Thanks so much. Up next, a big hit off the field. A college baseball team bringing smiles to the faces of kids over at Shriners Hospital. There's a new sight to see at Market Square Park downtown. It's called Iridescence. It is a disc ceiling with 10,000 CDs and DVDs arranged in a spiral vortex pattern. Pretty cool looking. It was installed by Filipino-American artist Leticia Bahuyo, who happens to be based in Corpus Christi. The project is part of an initiative called Art Blocks by the Houston Downtown Management District. Iridescence will be on display for about 6 months.
Beautiful. The University of Texas baseball team took it off the field today, scoring points with some kids at Shriners Hospital for Children. The Longhorns spent the day hitting and running with the kids. The team is getting ready for matchups this weekend where they will be playing for a cause.
It is as much rewarding for our team and our players as it is for these young kids. So I think it's a mutual bond.
Other teams, the Longhorns and other teams will face off in the 2020 Shriners Hospitals for Children College Classic at Minute Maid Park. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon. I'm Dominique Saxa in the newsroom with a look at what's coming up on Channel 2 News at 6 o'clock today. A story you'll see only on 2 tonight. Channel 2 investigates a fight between a county criminal judge and the DA's office. Why that fight is leading to some criminal cases being dismissed. Plus, a major animal rescue in Katy. The number of animals picked up by the Humane Society and the horrible conditions in which they were living. These stories and more at the top of the hour on Channel 2 News at 6. Back to you.
All right, Dominique, thanks so much.
All right.
Nice night out there.
Beautiful night. Great date night. And all those folks at Memorial Park, they're going to love it. Clear and cool. Temperatures from the 50s right down into the mid-40s overnight.
Definitely
perfect.
Cool.
Yep. Enjoy it.
Thanks for joining us. Nightly News is next.
We'll see you at 6 o'clock.